Not again, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can defeat Bellerian. But I don't promise that this would be an easy guide, but this would be rather a simplified guide to tell you like what to expect and when to expect, and I think that that would be more helpful for you in this fight. And this boss is a little bit difficult, especially in the second phase. The first phase is not as difficult, but in the second phase you have to keep up with the boss. You have to keep up the pressure on the boss, as well as you have to protect yourself, because she would be behaving very nasty. She would be using lots of different moves that you have to cope up. They come very fast and you have to make sure that you are aware of them. Having said that, there are a few tips that I would like to mention before we get into the boss fight. The first thing is make sure your agility is on A, because you would need lots of stamina, and the best part is you would need stamina recovery to be highest as possible, and that's with the agility A. I would also be using motility spheres. You can also use poison against her apart from it, otherwise she is resistant to pretty much all the elements. Now when you start the fight, you will face either of the two moves. Either she would hit you with a lightning bolt, where she revolves her staff and then she hits you with the lightning, or she can hit you with the fire. Now you have to basically dodge those moves, and they are pretty much easy to dodge if you know like what to expect. When she uses the fire, her staff glows red, and when she hits lightning, her staff glows yellow. So make sure to keep an eye on the staff, and every single time you would deal her a significant amount of damage after you dodge them. I would also suggest you to use Phantom Sword Dance in this fight, because again, as I told you in previous fight with Troka, that even if you are not near and if you activate the Phantom Sword Dance, the Phantom will reach her and give her some amount of damage. That is very helpful to keep some pressure on the boss. Also in the first and second phase, she would bring up a shield around her, which protects her from getting stunned, and also negate significant amount of damage that you give her. But the only thing that you can do at this point is either you interrupt her going into the shield, which is extremely difficult because it happens very quickly, and at many times she is quite far away from you, or you can break the shield, which is what I would recommend you to do, because like you don't have to be very near her in the first phase every single time, but in the second phase you have to keep up with the boss. So if she goes into the shield, you don't have to worry about it. Make sure to keep hitting her, and every single time when you break the shield, she will get stunned, and she will give you an opening to give significant amount of damage. So make sure to use it. Also during the fight, if you are near and if your stamina is running out, she can also use her staff to hit you, or she can make her staff into a sword and she can hit you with that as well. You can also bring up these 5 skulls above her head, which comes to you and follow you one by one. So the easiest part is to dodge sidewise and then follow the last skull with attack, and every single time you would give her a significant amount of damage. So make sure to use it. Now she can also summon these ground AoE attacks, where she summons up these circular marks on the ground which burst up. They are always 4 in number and gradually increase in size, and the last 4th one is the biggest one. I would suggest you to get near her on the 4th one, and then once she is during summoning of the 4th one, you can also hit her and deal her with a good amount of damage. Now in the second phase, these moves change a little bit. The color of these ground AoE attack changes to blue, and the lightning is also changed to blue. So make sure you are aware. They are similar, but they sometimes the lightning is instead of single lightning bolt, she hits you with 2 of them. They are of shorter duration. She can also bring up more ground AoEs compared to 4 in the first phase. Now this fire attack, she can also start the fight with the same attack. Now in that, if you try to dodge her, she can always follow it up with another quicker fire attack. So make sure that if you are trying to hit her, so make sure you are aware of that second move, which comes very quickly. Now in the fight, she can also do these ground slam AoE attacks. This is very important because they deal a huge amount of damage. The first one is a smaller one, the second one is a larger AoE, and she always follow it up with a lightning bolt. So make sure to dodge that first and then try to hit her, because there will be an opening to deal her some damage after her lightning bolt. Now this is pretty much all the moves that she does in the first phase, apart from one move that is bringing up these skulls when she jumps up up in the air and bring up like 5 or 6 skulls that follow you. They are very slow, so you don't have to worry about them. Just make sure just to avoid them and try to hit the boss as normally as you would do. But make sure that you are aware of them as well, because if they hit you, they will create some darkness around you and inflict hallucination. So all the skulls, every single time they hit you, they inflict hallucination. So make sure to avoid them as much as possible, and they also give a huge amount of damage, so it's always wise to dodge away from them. And as soon as she reaches around 60% or 50% of her health bar, she transitions into a second phase. There is no clear distinction, but you can see it clearly from one move that she will transport herself far away from you in the other side of the arena, and then she will summon many skulls, and that is the point where the fight literally gets a bit dirty and more tricky. Now the trick is when she starts the second phase, you would see that she would summon some skulls and she would raise her staff to accumulate some skulls above her head. Now these accumulation of skulls is basically the complexity of the spirits that she can summon. Now with a single skull, she can summon like 3 of these skeletons. They can come and hit you one by one and then vanish away. With 2 skulls, she can summon up some dogs. With 3 skulls, she can summon up archers, and 4 and above she can summon up this assassin. And lastly, if she can summon up like 6 or 7 skulls, then she will bring up a Grim Reaper that you have to fight before dealing any damage to the Bellerian. And trust me, bringing up of this Reaper is the worst nightmare that you might have in this fight. So the best part that I would suggest you is, as soon as she starts her second phase, just make sure to keep an eye on her health bar and try to get near her, try to deal her damage, so that she restricts herself to at least, like, the best case scenario is 1 skull, but if not, then not more than like 4 or 5 skull. Assassin, even you can manage with him, but with the Grim Reaper it's extremely difficult. Now to do that, make sure to throw a javelin at her. I tried to do that, but she accumulated like 5 or 6 of skulls above her head. I tried to get near her, which is rather more better, because when you are near her, you can deal her some damage and you can protect yourself, and you can also interrupt her by bringing up more skulls. Now apart from it, she can also bring up these skulls. They are a bit tricky also, because it's not just the skull projectile that hits you, but when the skull projectile hit the ground, it also creates a AoE attack. They give you significant amount of damage and also bring up hallucination, so make sure you avoid them. She can also summon up 3 skulls, which can also do the same effect as the 1 skull. They are a little bit fast. In the middle of fight, she can also bring up her staff to attack you. She can make her staff as a sword to attack you. She can bring up a storm with her staff, which can create significant hallucination, give you damage, and that also charges significant number of the skulls towards you. They are fast but are easy to avoid, so make sure you are aware of these moves. The only thing that you have to worry about is in the second phase is to make sure you are near her. Make sure to keep the pressure so that she doesn't accumulate more skulls above her head, because if she does, then she will bring up more spirits that are quite difficult to deal with. Otherwise, it's pretty much the normal fight as in the first phase. Well, I hope I made this fight a little bit easier and simplified for you. If it does, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to watch more videos. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the video.
I think there's been a misunderstanding.
You're not here to kill me. Ozma didn't send you.
I'm here because of Ozma, but not to kill you.
I thought you were dead. When I saw you alive, I assumed Ozma used that power to bring you back.
Then Ozma did want you dead. Why?
You don't know. About his research into forbidden secrets. We worked together. I was researching necromancy, and Ozma was studying magic. This mysterious new power. To him, it was the only way to defeat the fury of the Berserk dragon. It changed him. corrupted him. It was too powerful a temptation, even for a great mage like Ozma. I knew how far he had fallen when he started using it on innocent test subjects.
His power. Could it be?
The hunger in him. For more knowledge, more test subjects. And I knew that eventually he would sacrifice me in his quest for more understanding of this terrible new force. Then he asked me to deliver a letter to the Dark Elves at the borders. A demeaning task, but I was too afraid of him to refuse. I should have guessed it was all part of his greater plan.
Everything I suffered, it was all Ozma's doing.
I couldn't bear it anymore. So I escaped, and have been hiding here ever since. But now you've found me. So maybe it's for the best I go with you. It's probably the safest thing to do.